Hello, everybody, and welcome back. And today we are going to be talking about portion control. So, do you ever feel like you're eating healthy and you're just not losing weight? If you ever have that feeling, because maybe you are suffering from something I call portion distortion, the issue may not be what you're eating, but how much you're eating. There is we're eating a lot more food than we used to. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can easily control your portions and eat more mindfully without feeling deprived. Nowadays, they have increased our portion sizes between 30 and 50% more. Our portions are much larger. They think they're doing us a favor when we go out and they give us huge portions, right? It might be good for 2 people. One thing that we've discovered is it's easier to order 1 meal and me and Jeff share it. It's more than enough. If we ever order our own, we're always taking food home. How many of you are do the same thing? So sometimes there are some restaurants that you can get, they'll let you order the child portion or smaller plates. That might be another option for you. So, but over the years, we have become a society that overeats because it used to be if you're when a long time ago when I was growing up, it used to be if you had it on your plate, you better eat it, right? You need to eat everything on your plate. Well, we don't want to do that anymore because that's what's caused so many issues and people to be obese in our society because we just thought that was what we were supposed to do. But portions have gotten larger. So we want to talk about what I'm going to do is talk a little bit, a couple ways for you to be able to see and discover portion sizes, know what you should be eating. So make sure that if you haven't, you've tracked your foods. That's something we talked about earlier on during this month about tracking your foods. Kind of get an idea of what you're currently eating and then find out how much you should be eating based for your goal, right? And that you can always ask me or Erica to do the metabolic assessment. We can easily send that to you to help you figure that out. So there are a couple ways for you to figure out your portions, right? So the first method is hands, right? How many of you have heard of that? Lots of people have heard of the hand method. And I'm going to give you a little example because I got my little faux food here as well. So the palm of your hand is typically the size of for protein. So for women, it's about 4 to 6 inches. So the size of your palm and maybe about a half an inch to maybe an inch. That's about 4 to 6 inches. Right here, this, if you see it, that's, it's a little bit overlapping, but that's about what you want to have when it comes to your protein. When it comes to carbs, it's a fist size. So think of a small potato, a bowl of rice. Here's little mashed potatoes that, it's about the same. Oop, turn it around. It's about the same size. That's like your mashed potatoes, your rice, your quinoa, those kind of things. Even when it comes to bread, it's just one slice of bread, okay? One slice of bread. And then when it comes to fruits, it's your cupped hands. So you can think of it as a large orange, a big apple, a banana, just like one piece of fruit, grapes. You can put a cupped hands for grapes. And then a thumb, right? Your thumb is about a table. So you can kind of go with a tablespoon. My thumb's small, but we're talking about a tablespoon for healthy fats. So when it comes to like an avocado, I always say if you get the small avocados, you can probably have half of that. That's going to be okay. So those are ways to determine by seeing the portions with your hand. So think of it when start at home, measure, weigh your foods, get an idea of what it looks like. That way, when you're out and you're at parties and your family, you're at family events or you're at a restaurant, you can easily look at it and know where you should be, how much you should be eating, that it's too much. Okay. When you're doing the plate method, here I've got my handy, take all the food off, my handy dandy plate. This is probably, I don't know, about 8 inch, 8, maybe 10 inch. I'm not good with measuring, but this is a smaller plate. Choose smaller plates, not the big ones. So for Thanksgiving, take a smaller plate. Then you want to put half of it is going to be your veggies. Then you're going to have a quarter of it to be your protein. And then the other quarter should be your carbs. That's a lot of food. So that would be how you would do it with a plate. You can use a plate method, half your plate in veggies, a quarter of protein, and a quarter of carbs. Always pick smaller plates, smaller bowls. You can pre-pack, pre-portion snacks out. I buy these little snack bags, the little snack bags. There's these ones that have measures on them. A quarter cup of nuts is a serving, so you can fill that up, and that way and I put them in a bowl and I keep them in the pantry, and I can just grab and take it. And I know that even if I don't eat it all in one setting, I can, as long if I eat it throughout the day, then that's fine. It's one serving. So instead of you taking a whole handful and putting it in a bag, pre-portion things out. And that makes it easier. Vegetables are always free foods. I always say, like veggies, pretty much you can eat as much as you want to. Those are one thing that it's okay. Um, being more mindful. That's something else that you need to pay attention to. It takes about 20 minutes for your brain to realize that you're full. So if you are out, take your plate, serve smaller portions, S chew it slower, okay? Slow down your chewing. Try to do a challenge. See how long see, take a bite of food next time you go to eat. Take a bite of food, and then just kinda eat it regularly and count and think about it and count how many times. Most people, 2 to 5 times is what they're chewing it, and then they're swallowing it. They actually say you should be chewing about 20 to 30 times. Try it. It's really hard to do, but your digestion starts in your mouth. As soon as your mouth sees food, you start salivating, and then so those digestive enzymes start going. And then once you chew it, you want to make sure when it goes into your belly that it is not huge. You want to make sure it's as liquefied as possible. It's going to make it easier for your digestion. It's going to keep you from feeling bloated. It's going to keep you from overeating. It's going to keep your digestion going better. So make sure that you slow it down. Make sure you don't have any distractions. Don't watch television. Stay off your phone. Be in the moment with your meal. If you eat with your family, which is amazing, not a lot of people do that anymore. Spend time talking. Take a bite of your food, put your fork down, and finish and chew it completely. When it comes to drinks, liquids, sip. Don't chug, okay? Because that's only going to make that food expand more and actually cause you to feel fuller when you really just have a lot of liquid in your stomach. Then before you know it, you're probably going to be hungry sooner. So you want to make sure that you limit the liquid, anything that you're drinking during your meal. Just sip on it if you need to. And listen to your body. Stop when you're satisfied, not when you're full. Again, it takes about 20 minutes to register. So take a small plate, put a little bit of your food on it, and then eat slower. And then when you're done, just sit there, have a conversation, with your family if you're sitting there with them. Just take some time, be in the moment. Your body's going to actually digest better when you're in a more less stressed situation. You shouldn't be driving while you're eating, running, trying to shove food while you're working. Your body is in that fight or flight, and it's going to be not digest as well. And then you're going to feel full and yucky. Enjoy every bite, focus on the flavors and the textures, and just be in the moment. You're gonna eat less foods. So, what I want you to do, your action step is going to be just trying the chewing challenge, okay? I want you to, on your next meal, to actually see how many times you actually chew it, and then I want you to actually try to chew it about 20 times and let us know how that went. Let us know what you think about that. Again, that's your action step. Just do the chewing challenge, see how it goes, tell us what you think, and then be more mindful. That is also what we want you to do is start paying attention, sit down with some music on, not the TV, no distractions, and be more present. And then we'll see you on the next one.